Welcome, Capricorn, to another Timeless Justice for Capricorn reading, where we discuss the topic of justice. However, the energies on this channel would like to have the conversation, which belongs to Sekhmet. This is one of two sister channels that I run. To gain access to Bastet's channel, feel free to check out the description box below for not only her content, but also access to my website, where you can find out more information as to who I am, 7th, and or book any services that I have made available for you at this time. Bear in mind, whatever brings you here and any type of association of relation to the sign of Capricorn and or the latter is in true form. Bear in mind that the energies of Sekhmet may tell the story in however she deems fit. Bear in mind that I, 7th, will allocate her messages to the highest vibrational honor bestowed upon me. You may find that the energies may come off as merciful and or merciless. Again, that, however, is in true form to whatever the message may be. With that in mind, keep in mind for the entirety of the reading that you have tapped into a collective reading that I am holding, and that this is not a personal one-to-one connection that you and I actually have set time for. So utilizing your discernment to take all the bits and pieces that are to your liking is imperative, and leave anything behind with me that may not have been to your liking. Alright, justice for Capricorn. With that being said, I am 7th, aka Master 7th, that reads these energies for you. I am a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights such as this. Please remember that feminine and masculine energies within a reading that may come up are non-gender specific. However, femininity has both feminine and masculinity. Masculinity as well has feminine and masculinity. Alright. You want to be in the center of attention, Capricorn. Alright, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Fool, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. So, you don't want to be somebody's option. You don't want to be a choice amongst many. You want to be a selected, conscientious decision without even being an option, meaning an organic process. You're learning the comforts of a standard to have in your own internal Garden of Eden, and learning how to be appreciative of it, as well as taming to your landscape. This sense of internal awareness, internal struggle requires weed hacking, trimming, uprooting, fertilization, groundedness, seeds, watering, sunshine, light, music. It needs a lot. When it fulfills its needs, you, the controller of this synopsis, may learn that you have requirements that are pertinent for your own sustainable spectrum of wellness. This is then perpetuated forth with a conversation of a battleground of needs. When you then subject yourself or find yourself subjected into a conversation where you're blasting your needs on a continuous basis, what you might be failing to see is that you have to voice your needs. What you may not be seeing is that the needs at that point are a second hand notion of a opportunity to realize that your needs were not met in the first impression. So you voicing your needs is already late to the point. It's already reduced, reused, recycled. And in that reduction of a recycling stance, You get to learn whether or not it is being recycled to refuel you for requiring other needs, or is it stuck obsessing over one? And once you obsess over one thing over and over and over again, you subconsciously and perhaps proactively feeding the narrative of what defines insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So if you catch yourself voicing an argument that sounds, when you listen to your own speech, of voicing your needs, you already have a chance to realize yet again that your needs have not been met. This is the chaos unfolding of the needs never having been met. So now you have a better chance at looking at this subjective behavior that might be this chaos. If you're speaking in or towards someone that is hearing these needs, you're again being told that this person cannot fulfill your needs because you have to voice them. They are late. The situation is late. It is not breaking news. It is old news happening in real time. 6:33. Old news happening in real time is the notion to figure out where you stand in your own awareness of your internal Garden of Eden. Justice, yep. Justice. This battle is secular. This battle is fucking deep and right here. It is old news in present time. This gives you a chance to redirect life, or have life be redirected. And it can be such a vast blow of resonancy that you feel the immediate definitive action of what is flow and what is against flow in this reading. This isn't breaking news. This is old news taking shape. Yeah. 5 of Cups. Feeling that shift. Feeling that shift can only happen if you're attuned to it. That's the best way I can describe it. You are the black box of all possibilities. Everything comes from you. Everything returns back to you. In this case, negativity does not travel. It is a hot spot. It's an ember. Sometimes misery likes company, right? So the misery likes to consume more this said misery. Look at that. As the 3 swords comes out. Fuck. And in that black hole of being a dense mass and creating negativity and zhuzhing that up more with said negativity is going to magnetize more to it and it to anything else. So that's the only way negativity can quote unquote travel. How dense and vast and how much space it takes up. That's how cancer can grow. But you can infiltrate doing cellular therapy, and you can infiltrate it so much so in the disguise of what the cancer doesn't know it's not. It can kill cancer. It's cellular therapy. And don't at me with this fucking hashtag fact-checking shit. There's resources available out there for that. Starting with thy intuition. Yeah. The Hierophant. Just learning the shift. Learning what mental governing is. What it means to govern your own mental, and then have a say-so and how the masses of governing ought to obtain itself. What are the justifiable ethics of morality when it comes to law and order of governing? The irony. Eight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles here again. Yeah, you're feeling the shift of the 8 becoming a 9. The intricate detail of severance. The intricate detail of the terminology to heal. How vicious that is. How blasphemous that is. How earth-shattering that is. How scolding, painful that can be. Yet the pursuit of that definition has more to offer you than believing the latter. And that is the learning potential of governing thyself. So, there you have it. Incredible. All right, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.